All right, Deion. We're back. Sleepers is back. Not sure how much the people missed us. I know they missed G and Cart for sure the week. But like you said before we started, don't know how many people know if we're doing this, which is why we're about to send the tweet out as we speak. All right. It's been a week, man. Holiday season. Tons of sports. Not really tons of college sports, but or college hoops, I should say, but tons of sports in general. How was your week, man?
It was good. I mean, like you said, tons of sports. We got the opening round of the college football playoff. We got a bunch of NFL. Obviously, NBA's king on Christmas. And the NBA absolutely showed out on Christmas yet again. I don't know what the script writers got going on for the NBA in terms of Christmas, but it's been special every single year. So, and then, I mean, last night we got Bears Niners in an absolute classic. So that was a fun one.
Yeah, a lot of defense. um, I will say the NFL definitely got karma on Christmas Day this year for trying to take over and just hit us with like the most trash lineup of games you could possibly imagine. Like so many third stringers, just four teams that were eliminated, and that's what they get. The NBA was just clear. Also, speaking of the NBA games, I'd love to revisit the idiotic people who said Cooper Flag would not be going number one in this draft class. Insane take.
People said he wouldn't go number one.
Like, not necessarily that he wouldn't go number one, but you know how people were talking this first half of the year about, like, this is why Cooper reclassed and all, all that stuff. Ridiculous takes.
Honestly, I don't know. What were the takes?
You brought it up on the show like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
What was it?
It's just like that people were saying, like, Cooper Flag reclass, because Devonta and Boozer and like
Oh, he
he
wouldn't go number one in this class. Yeah,
like
I still
in,
believe that.
insane.
I'm a
He's
Bears fan.
insane.
Fantastic game. It was a great game. Caleb stinks, but it was a great game. What's the best gift you guys got for Christmas? I'll get it on Sunday when the Niners get to play 3 home games for a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Something like this NFL shit's so easy. People make it like way harder than it's supposed to be.
Except y'all won't win once again.
Now the Seahawks stink, man. Seahawks are like
That's
bad.
a crazy take. I'm not saying they're great, but they're not like they don't stink.
Darnold's really bad. Darnold's really bad. Like Darnold's still like himself.
I mean, I'm just saying I wouldn't say the NFL shit's easy because y'all kind of been in the same position for the last 5 years and they don't have anything to show for it.
Yeah, that's why it's fucking easy. Like this NFL shit's so easy, Todd. Like everybody gets hurt, and you're just like the best team in football still. Like it's just like, I mean, Purdy missed 8 games. He like probably like strolls to the MVP if he doesn't get hurt.
No
Um,
rings though. Also,
yeah,
he doesn't stroll. Stafford's got like 40-5.
yeah. Purdy has like 16 touchdowns in 3 games.
I mean, yeah, it's a 3 game stretch. He also played the Panthers on prime time where Bryce Young, where he turned the ball over like 3 straight times, and his.
The only thing with Stafford is like if you lose the division to somebody, there's no way you win MVP over him.
I mean,
Like it will happen now because he only played in half the games, but like
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say he sleepwalks to an MVP though.
for sure. I mean, I think if he like isn't hurt because we lost one of them games. He literally was playing on a turf toe for the first like 2 or 3 weeks before they're like, let's just go with Mac. So I mean, like if he doesn't get hurt completely, not like misses the games he plays because he missed 8, but really was hurt for like 11 or 12 games. I think we're like 15-2 this year.
Yeah, I would just say you can't say it's easy because you ain't got none of these.
Yeah, it's just
I
easy.
can say it's easy. I done won 6 of these shits.
This shit's easy. Like everybody gets hurt. You just like our best team in football. Like, I mean, if we had Bosa, Warner, like if BA didn't throw a temper tantrum, Kittle's missed like half the games. Trent's probably out now, but it just doesn't matter. Like Kyle Shanahan really might be the best coach in football. Like
Yeah,
this
Kyle
is like,
Shanahan's elite. I'm
this
just saying, like,
it's crazy. It like
still
Kyle
not going to win a
Shanahan's
ring.
elite. Purdy's probably like gotta be top 10 QB in the league. It's not really saying much. I don't think there's like that many good quarterbacks, but like, I mean, the dude's insane. Everything like he throws one of the best balls in the league. I think although he doesn't throw a downfield shit, it's just like no one actually watches the game. Good morning, Blake. Good morning, Pickle Rick, Hyena Scar, and what's going on, guys? Everybody have a good Christmas.
Yeah, I don't think he doesn't throw it downfield. I just think he is a product of some of the most open schemes we've ever seen because Shanahan's such a genius.
I mean, I don't think
Like the first 3 drives, they literally couldn't stop him, and it was just because McCaffrey. He
yeah,
had like 200 yards the first 3 drives.
yeah, that's like kind of true. But he also on like that throw to Demarcus Robinson on 3rd and 2 was nuts. Like that was only in a spot Demarcus could get it. The throw to Jake Tonjes on like I think it was like 3rd and 8 was split in between 3 people. Granted, one of them was his own other receiver, so I don't know what was going on there. That was like somebody ran the wrong route, but like he throws the perfect ball every time. Like it's completely accurate every single time.
Yeah, that's a pretty good
That's like
ball.
saying Daniel Jones wins for the games he isn't hurt. He was hurt before his Achilles ripped. Danny still shouldn't have won. Yeah, I mean, Daniel Jones stinks. That's the biggest difference. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, honestly though, like if Daniel Jones doesn't get hurt, I'm not saying he wins MVP, but Jonathan Taylor is probably up there.
I don't think either of them win MVP, but the Colts definitely make the playoffs. Like, no doubt.
For sure. For sure.
Like
I mean,
the Phillip Rivers stuff is tough.
I mean, I think it's not just like that Daniel Jones got hurt. Like the Colts just like I mean the Colts are like the Niners where everybody's hurt. The only difference is like we got parity, so it's all good.
Or
It's
Shanahan.
all good.
Pick your
Like
poison, considering
we're
you
good.
won without Purdy.
Yeah, I mean we got Mac too. Like that's the thing.
It's Shanahan, bro. It's not Purdy. It's not anything else. It's Shanahan.
I mean, people can come up with whatever they want to come up with. Like I watch all the football games.
I do too.
Like everybody gets open receivers. So I
No,
mean,
they do not. My
right.
quarterback barely gets open receivers.
Every single touchdown Drake made through yesterday, there was no one within 10 yards of
That's
it.
against the Jets, brother.
I'm just saying, like, you could do it all the time. Like,
That's
people,
against the
that's how it works.
Jets.
You can't play defense in the league. That's just how it is. You have to throw an accurate pass. It ain't that easy.
Yeah.
It ain't
There's
that
one
easy.
quarterback that throws it more accurately than any of them, though.
And Purdy, like, I'm just saying, like, Purdy's, like, nuts right now. Like, no one's doing the shit Purdy's
Yeah,
doing.
he's on one. I'm just saying, like, to say it's easy when he's never gonna win anything is crazy.
He probably won't. I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
I mean, I will say, like, he's been playing elite, but we've seen this movie before, and in the playoffs, same thing happens every time.
I mean, Purdy's played what, like, one playoff?
He made it to the bowl, got smoked,
That was it.
and then
That's like,
that's what
I
I'm
think.
saying. So this shit's easy, but Purdy's only made one playoff run. Make
Well,
that
I
make
think
sense.
that's like the only year he was healthy.
See, that's what it always goes back to the health
Well,
excuse.
that's why he was a 7th round pick, right? Like it's not talent.
A
Like
little bit of both.
it's because he can't stay on the field.
I mean,
I mean, yeah, the best ability is availability. Like I mean, we would have beat the Eagles if he doesn't get hurt, but like it is what it is. Like he got hurt, he couldn't play, and then the following year he got hurt again and was unable to make the playoffs because he was hurt. Or no, the following year we made the Super Bowl, and then he stunk it up against Mahomes though. So like whatever. And then I think wasn't it like an OT game?
so Jalen Hurts clears Purdy.
Jalen Hurts probably not.
He didn't stink it up against Mahomes, bro.
He did once. He
Yeah,
got
I'm just saying, like, I don't have any problem with anything you're saying other than the NFL stuff is easy because the Niners have not won anything since you were like -5 years old.
this is first quarterback we've ever had, like in my lifetime.
Ever?
Like in my lifetime, him and Cap. That's probably it.
Yeah. I think you got to give credit to Cap. They went to the bowl.
Purdy's a lot better than Kaepernick.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I mean Cap was legit. Yeah,
And then,
Cap was legit. Like, but I mean, it was it in my lifetime. It's just those two. I guess if you want to count like Steve Young when I was like 2,
see,
and they won the Super Bowl. I guess.
Blake, that's a great point, and this is the problem with the Purdy stuff. Is Jimmy G was on an MVP track until he got hurt, and he's horrible.
Jimmy G pre ACL wasn't bad. That's the thing. Like that's so the biggest difference between Jimmy G and Purdy is that touchdown Purdy threw to Juszczyk. Like Jimmy G would have done that pre ACL injury. After that ACL, he couldn't move.
I don't know. Got to watch a lot of Jimmy G.
He wasn't bad before he got. Yeah, they did Ulamog for sure. Cap was like before his time. Kaepernick
Yeah.
in this NFL is easily a top 5 quarterback.
Oh, if Cap would have been like 6 years later,
Easily a top 5 quarterback. But
Rick all of a sudden is on the Who Cares voice because the Colts went. I remember when we first started this, he was in the chat talking about nobody wants to see the Colts, and now he's like nobody cares about the.
I mean,
Crazy downfall for Rick.
I don't think there's any team in the playoffs that like teams are like afraid of.
Yeah, this year is that like that's because usually there's like the either Brady or Mahomes, and none of them are in the playoffs. So it's just like
I mean, I don't think there's any like I don't think zero fear of the Eagles.
yeah,
Like,
the Eagles look horrible.
Eagles
I mean,
look
I know you guys beat them once. You got split with the Rams, right?
Yeah, Mac Jones cooked them boys.
I do think the Rams are the best team still, but like they can lose to anybody.
The thing about the Rams, I mean, I think the Rams are better than us because our whole like, if we don't have Fred and Bosa, it's gonna be tough. But the thing about the Rams is like, if you have like a D lineman that can get to Stafford, he's old. Like he doesn't
Yeah,
move. That's the thing.
true.
He just
He
doesn't move.
also played the first like month on like a damn broken back. So I mean, one bad hit and he's like cooked.
Yeah. I don't think the Rams are unbeatable. I don't think we can get to the Rams just because. I mean, that's not true. If we get that bye week and Fred is playing, which it sounds like he will if we get the bye week.
This
then
honestly reminds me of last NFL thing, and then we'll obviously talk some college basketball. But this reminds me of the year that the Steelers and the Cardinals made the Super Bowl because no dominant teams were like, and like it was just a free for all. That's what this year feels like to me.
I mean, I feel like we're saying that, and it's like, oh, the NFL, like, there's no one dominant. The NFL is like super wide open. Like, I don't disagree, but then I think like Fred Warner comes back, Kit comes back, Trent comes back, and you just look up and like the Niners are in the Super Bowl again, and it's like Shanahan gets a healthy roster vaguely, right? Like if his quarterback stays healthy, that's what he does. I think we could look up, like if the Niners or Rams make the Super Bowl, I think we could look up and be like, well, we should have seen this coming the whole time.
Well,
Can
99% coming from the AFC.
Who? Sorry, you cut out a lot.
I think.
Yeah, you're lagging pretty bad. Is he lagging for you guys, chat?
Yeah, one of us is lagging. I don't know who it is though.
Is either one of us lagging, chat? JK, pay your internet bill.
JK, pay your internet bills.
There's our answer there.
Crazy.
Can Warner come back for late end of playoffs? There's a rumor Fred may play on Saturday. Like that's how good he is. So I think Fred's playing in the playoffs no matter what. Piglet Rick says you can say that about every team though. I don't think you can say that about anybody in the AFC. To be honest with you, I genuinely believe like the AFC is wide open. Like I think you got the Broncos and Pats that are likely to play in the AFC Championship. Um, but like I don't think you can say like any team in the AFC's like ran away with it. Because like what if the Bills won on Sunday? Like you guys play next week for the division, right?
Yeah, the AFC is just
Like the AFC is genuinely wide open. I
it
think
is.
the NFC is less wide open than people think it is. The Seahawks cannot throw the ball, like literally cannot throw the ball.
The NFC is literally just y'all's division. I wouldn't consider that wide open.
I don't even think it's our division. I think it's us and the Rams. Like the Seahawks have a good defense, but they can't throw the ball and they can't run the ball. Like they did the Jackson Smith and Jigba thing for like 8 weeks, and then teams realized, oh, we can just double him. Darnold has no ability to process a fucking defense, and Kenneth Walker's terrible. And it's been like
Yeah, Darnold's problem is he's only good for 14 weeks of the year, and then as soon as the game's starting to matter, he's horrific. It's exactly what happened in Minnesota last year.
he's a one read guy. If the Texans had any pulse offense, if CJ Stroud was good, he's bad.
Yeah, if the Texans had an offense, I genuinely think they could win the Super Bowl because their defense is insane.
Don't sleep on the Jags. Trevor is coming for his crown. I don't know whose crown Trevor's coming for, but Trevor Lawrence also stinks. How are the Pats so good again? McDaniels and May. Like,
bro, the people just coaching matters so much, bro. Like
yeah.
it just does. Like you
Like
can look
people
at
used
the
to say the
top.
same about Peyton Manning for like 9 years. Yeah. I mean, listen, if the Bills come out, like if we get like Niners Bills or Rams Bills, I guess you could look up and be like, how did we not see this? Like, I feel like those, if you get some combination of those three teams, that's a lot of people's preseason pick, most likely.
Yeah, I will say Josh Allen versus one of the elite NFC teams would be super fun.
It
Just
would.
to see him like because the Bills are not good at all. It's just Allen.
I mean, the reality is like, since Purdy came back, like all we do is score 40. That's tough to beat, man. Like,
Yeah, I
that's just
will.
tough to beat.
It's gonna be y'all play the Seahawks. That's gonna be an interesting game because I don't think anyone's scoring 40 in that game.
I don't think the Seahawks defense is that good. Like,
I don't think it's that good. I also think it's way better than the Colts and the Bears, though.
I don't know. I mean, everybody was talking about how great the Bears were, and then it was just belt.
Uh, you know me, I'm a certified Caleb hater.
I
Never a
mean,
fan of the
that's the
Bears
best
witch
team in
magic.
the best team outside of our division, and it was belt. So like, I don't
They've
know.
also like God, dude. Them and the Broncos have had some insane, just ridiculous wins this year. But I mean, I know we're talking like all NFL, but like
I didn't think the Bears were great. I mean, everybody was. I mean, a lot of people were hyping the Bears up to bring down the Lions. I would say. I don't know
yeah,
if like maybe they
they
have
also were
to.
doing like the whole like weird witch magic comeback win thing, and I think people are suckers for that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's you. They went from last to first. No one's talking about the fact the Niners are doing the same thing. Like, but
Yeah.
I get it. We went from last to first because like the whole team was hurt, and they went from last to first because they actually like rebuilt a roster. Our roster is legitimately worse than last year's team. We just Purdy's healthy. That's the only difference. But
And
Bears are a
McCaffrey.
good future. Hmm?
And McCaffrey.
McCaffrey was decently healthy last year
Yeah,
too.
but I'm just saying, like, when you get a fully healthy McCaffrey,
Yeah,
he's a freak, dude. He really is.
he's nasty in the pass game. He's washed as a running back though.
Yeah. Last
The
night was the
part of the
first time
reason
I've seen
he's
him.
nasty in the pass game is Purdy, though. Like to be honest with you.
I
Uh,
mean, I don't know about that. He had over 2,000 all purpose in Carolina.
no, I'm talking about this year. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't really care what he did in like 2018, but like he like this year, like he's genuinely washed as a running back. He's nasty as a pass receiver. Bears just need to discount Khalil Mack. Bears need a lot, brother. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Mananga is good though. People love to hate the Packers. The Packers stink, man. Like there was like a time period where like I let people tell me Jordan Love was better than Purdy because it was just like, who cares? Jordan Love's not better than Purdy, man. Like Jordan Love is not good at football. These dudes that can't get to their second read and can't process a defense, like I'm done listening to the they're better than Purdy stuff just because they throw like a fun football. Because Purdy also throws a fun football. CMC has always been a great receiving running back. I agree. I
The
think
Willis better than Love thing is kind of funny. I can't
I don't
lie.
think he's better than Love, but like I saw somebody say trade Jordan Love, recoup the picks from like Parsons, and go with Malik Willis for a year. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, I think the funniest tweet I saw was Malik Willis to the Jets for 3 years, 66 million is inevitable.
No, I think Malik Willis to the Colts is inevitable. I think Pickle Rick hit that one on the head because like
It could be.
not to be like mean Pickle Rick, like what are the Colts gonna do? Daniel Jones is done. Like
Yep.
that was a fun experiment, but that thing's over. You traded all your firsts for Sauce Gardner. You cannot go back to Anthony Richardson. Like you literally don't have a choice but to go like the Mac Jones route, who's under contract next year, so like pony up, or like the Malik Willis route, or like Justin Fields.
Yeah. Justin Fields and Jonathan Taylor.
I don't know what the Colts like if they have a plan, what the plan is. I think they still re-sign DJ, sure, but like DJ's not playing next year, even if you do.
Also, getting like the problem with a guy like DJ is that injury. DJ needs his mobility, and that's just going to completely. It's like kind of like you were talking about with Jimmy G. Not saying they're the same quarterback, but like you got to be able to move when you play like Daniel Jones. You come off that injury, it's different.
Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't. They said Daniel Jones is going to be ready by August. Yuck. If that's true, let him go be ready by August somewhere else. Yuck. There's no way.
Go rescue, go rescue Aiden O'Connell from the Raiders.
There's no way. You saw the couple of weeks he was injured and playing. Yeah, like honestly, man, like Daniel Jones, like what, like he's whatever. He's whatever. He's a top 32 quarterback in the league.
All right, let's end with at least 10 minutes of college hoops talk. I think the best place to go here, because like I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why. I know it always slows down over the Christmas week, but like this past week was extremely slow. Like pretty much nothing happened. Um, except all this NBA, G League to college
Well, most of
pipeline
that
stuff.
stuff ended up not being true, right?
Yeah, well, the Trenton that's a whole situation because like that Trenton Flowers thing came out, and then I think a bunch of teams got upset, and then Tipton released like a update where he was like, "Well, these teams aren't really interested." Some I don't know, but it's like who do you even believe? But also the James Najee stuff happened, and we never got to talk about that either. So like, one, I want to hear your thoughts, and two, I can't wait to hear what Chad says about this whole thing.
I mean, I think AOC getting screwed by an incompetent organization. um, it's a double entendre there.
Yeah,
Uh,
insane.
um, um, I think James and Najee probably shouldn't be playing college basketball.
Yeah.
I'll just be honest. I don't think he should. I don't. I mentioned this. We have like a full like sleepers group chat. I texted this yesterday. Um, what do we do? Like what what happens if he's good? Like, can't the Knicks just be like, "Hey, we want you back now"? Like, or does he have
Yeah.
to play the whole season? Like,
Yeah.
how does
See,
any of this work? Like, have they consulted the NBA in any capacity? Because like he can play for Baylor, but the Knicks have his rights. So like, what does that mean? Like, what if he like comes out and gets 30 and 25 in the first game, and Cat and Mitch get hurt? We know Mitch might get hurt. So like Cat and Mitch get hurt. Um, and then the Knicks are just like, yeah, we want him back.
yeah, see, I don't. The only thing that would make sense to me is if they start making these programs that sign these guys like buy out their their rights or their contracts. But like, then how does that work? Like, it's just a mess, man.
Yeah, I don't think there's a real answer. They'd have to trade Brunson for him.
See, because what's gonna happen is like, all right, the James and Najee one was wild, but when I first saw the Trenton Flowers thing, that's where we start to get like,
I never thought that one was true.
that's where we that if that does if it gets to that, that's when we start to get to all right, we're actually like,
I think I don't have On3, so I wasn't able to read the article, the updated article, but like On3's like CEO like tweeted an apology for the original article, so like I'm pretty sure like that was just like Tipton just got fed some
yeah.
information.
See, I don't know if someone like trolled him, maybe, but I also feel like it was maybe like Rick just said. I do think there was some truth to like maybe one or two programs being interested, and then some of the teams. He's like, I know that Michigan and Indiana and a few others got confirmed um to be fake, but like I'm pretty sure some of the other ones might have been true, which is like that's crazy.
I mean, I think how far out are we from in-season transfers? That's not going to happen. Poor Tipton, felt bad for him. Hope he learns from it. So I don't think the teams are the ones that got the Tipton. I actually think it was Trenton Flowers. I think Flowers is looking at it like I was a former 5-star. If I went back to college, I could make 7 figures. I'm probably making high 6 figures to play for the Windy City Bulls and the Chicago Bulls. Respectfully, like there's been some two-way guys like Pat Spencer and Nick Smith Jr. who like and what's the kid's name? Spencer Jones in Denver, who look like they're going to be like full-time roster guys. Like the Warriors, Nuggets, and Lakers are gonna have to make a roster spot for them. Um, Trenton Flowers isn't one of those guys. like Trenton Flowers is not like a guy that like the Bulls are going to make a roster spot for. So I think his agent was like, well, let me leak this information, see if anybody reaches out. We can figure out if the NCAA would give us eligibility, and then he can go make more money in college to essentially do the same thing. And I think it was just an unfortunate situation for Tipton and On3 and everybody. But like, I mean, I'm sure those teams mentioned if he had eligibility would um, potentially be interested. No shot he's going to get eligibility though. Like he literally played in an NBA game a couple of weeks ago. Uh,
Yeah. I think he's
I,
played in 8.
yeah, like I,
Which is
I just think
crazy.
it's one of those situations where like it got leaked. It was incorrect. I think from the James and Najee stuff, there are no rules though. So there are. So here's the thing: is like, and we're teetering with Najee, and honestly, like straight up, like I don't know what the NBA's response is going to be, but the NBA's response is going to dictate what the NCAA does in the summer. I think this is a one and done with James and Najee. I think the NBA is going to be over this, and I think the NBA is going to be the reason like the NCAA gets super regulations. There might not be NCAA regulations, but the NBA made it clear: you enter the draft, you're an NBA player. Period. And so maybe the NCAA doesn't have those regulations, but the NBA is pretty clear cut on what it is. So I don't think Trenton Flowers is playing college basketball. To be honest with you, I don't know that it's a given James and Najee ever gets to suit up for Baylor. Like we have not heard if the Knicks are okay with this. Because if somebody has your draft rights, they can tell you not to play for certain European teams. They can tell you not to play for like, and you're like, oh, I'm going to go play. I'm going to meet hypothetically in the Philippines. The Knicks could be like, no, we have your draft rights. So I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know that it's a given James and Najee in place.
My only thing about that would be like, there's no way he went and did it behind their back, right? Like, I feel like he had to go talk to the Knicks and be like, I want to go play at Baylor. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the Knicks signed off on it. I think you're right. Like, I'm pretty sure the Knicks signed off on it. But like, because if you're the Knicks, you'd rather he plays at Baylor than like some like random country.
Just imagine a world these NBA teams start sending guys to college to boost their trade value, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, you
Rubio
see this James Inaji kid? You see what he was doing in college? Trade value boosted."
Rubio didn't want to go to the Timberwolves and stayed overseas. That was different. Rubio had a buyout. The Timberwolves didn't want to play.
I just
So
like,
it's different, Pickle Rick, when you're under contract before you get drafted. So like that's why some of these European dudes are coming to college, is because you get out of your European contract and now you don't have to worry about the buyout process. Like what's the kid's name that's on the Nets?
oh, Ben Soroff.
Yeah. The Nets had to like pay money for him to come be like the fourth string point guard this year.
The
Like,
Celtics did it with Yam Madar for like 4 years. He just played at Tel Aviv while he was on the
yeah,
Celtics.
teams do it all the time where they like they just sit there and they like, and they'll be like, you could just stay where you're at. We don't want to pay your buyout type of thing. So it's different in some cases, but you do like, I mean, they control your rights. Like you, if you want to play NBA basketball, you're going to put the Knicks through every decision you make. Like, because if you don't, the Knicks are just going to be like, okay, well, we'll never sign you then.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know where it goes. Now, this is like the big last thing on it. How do you feel about people making the, well, this is no different than like Larry Bird getting drafted and then playing another year of college?
I didn't know Larry Bird did that.
He got drafted before and then he went back to it's like it used to happen all the time in the 70s and the 80s where like guys would get drafted and then they would go back to college, play a year, and then go to their team.
Um, I mean, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. And yes, it is.
But I mean, I will
It's
say, what? How many teams were in the league back then?
oh god, I think that was
Got to be like 12, right?
not when Larry played. It had to have been at least 20.
Yeah, I mean, Larry. So like, I mean, when Larry first got drafted, because he got drafted in the 70s, right?
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, there was probably like 20 plus teams. I think we were still going through like the ABA NBA merger stuff. Pickle Rick just brought it up. So like, I don't know how clear cut everything was. Like, I mean, not to bring race into it, but like, you got to remember, like, there was a point in time where like half of like the talented players were not allowed to play in the NBA, right? So like it was a little bit more of a free for all back then. Um, I would assume MJ didn't have the possibility of playing in college basketball after the Bulls drafted him, but I don't honestly know the answer to that.
it's just an interesting like it's just I'm pretty sure the merger was like what
ABA
70.
NBA merger was pre Bird. It was pre Bird.
Yeah, it was like
Oh
75. I
no,
want to say it was
no,
more like
Hyena Scar. I wasn't saying that he like was a post merger. I'm just saying like the NBA in the 60s, 70s, 80s was like trying to figure things out.
yeah, because he was drafted I think like 3 years after the merger, so they were still like hashing out some.
Yeah, like they didn't have like a full set of rules because like Julius Irving just came over and
But
like,
it's just it's interesting, man. I just hope that the NCAA was already like a bad enough organization with a lot of the decisions they made, and now that all this money and stuff is involved, I feel like they're just not prepared for this.
I mean, the NBA is not, excuse me, the NCAA is not a professional organization. So,
Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing we got to remember. This is supposed to be amateur basketball. I do believe James Inaji is an amateur basketball player. So I get that aspect of it. NCAA is so afraid of being sued, they won't overtly do anything. That's because they have skeletons that everybody knows. So I always say this: a simple lawsuit brings out serious accusations, right? So you could sue somebody. You could sue the NCAA for like a fifth year. They say no. You take it all the way to court. We find out how much money the NCAA pocketed when they weren't paying players, and that just ruins the sport. That's why the NBA takes such like, or excuse me, the NCAA takes such drastic measures to make sure like they don't get sued. It's because it could ruin everything, which we don't want either, for what it's worth. Um, Unfortunately, the amateur aspect went away as soon as NIL came in. Correct. That's the
Yep.
problem.
And they're
This
not
is
prepared for it.
this is an amateur organization that now has to act as professionals because the players and us as fans wanted something that like maybe they really aren't able to provide from a leadership standpoint. To make a 9 to 5 comparison, which is my favorite thing to do. You promoted the wrong person to like a management role. That's all it is. Like you gave somebody the keys to a castle who really was more built for a brick house, and that brick house was sick. It was very nice inside for the NCAA, and they had a lot of fun and everything. But like now they have a castle, and if we're being completely honest, like they are now being asked to compete with the NBA. They're being asked to compete with the NFL. You could say the NHL, MLB, like whoever. And this is a group of people that for 50, 60 years were asked to compete with themselves without paying players. And now you're asking them to do a lot of different things. And I get from an outsider perspective, we're like, yo, this should be easy. Maybe. maybe it should be easy. Like if you played in the NBA, you shouldn't be able to play. I'll be honest with you though, Pickle Rick's in here. I don't know everybody else's team that's in here. I don't think Omer Meyer should be able to play college basketball. James Najee can't play college basketball. I think like we could, and I love Omer, but we could go down the list. Like, why does Hans Steinbach get to play? Why does like you mean to tell me? And I mean this respectfully, the highest leagues in Europe are worse than the G League? I disagree. I disagree. Um, Blake, you're a Purdue fan too, though, right?
See, and that's the thing is like the problem, I think, is all these other leagues, the NBA, the NFL, not only are they prepared because they've always been organizations driven by money, they're only overseeing 30 or 32 teams. We've got an NCAA that's trying to regulate 300 plus programs
Yeah.
with money involved.
Yeah.
That's almost impossible.
Blake, that's a hand up. That one's on me. Been off for a week. Give me a little slack. Pickle Rick, I'll give you the 18 thing. I will say, like, you could convince me of Steinbach, Mirkovic, the Homer Myers. You can't convince me of really any other grouping. Like, if you are eligible for the draft, you shouldn't be able to play college basketball, would be my baseline rule. I would probably go farther than that and just say, hey, if you play pro basketball, you probably shouldn't be playing college basketball. But bare minimum, if you have been draft eligible, I don't think you should be allowed to play if you chose to play pro.
There's no difference between Tice DeRitter and James Najee.
Correct.
He's like 23.
Honestly, like Tice DeRitter, James Najee, I think, Pickle Rick, I'm agreeing with you. Like, that's what I mean. Like, if there was a couple people, I think Omer's a part of the group I'd be okay with. But I just think you make it black and white. Like, you either play college basketball or you play pro basketball. If you chose to play pro basketball, sorry. Like, LaMelo didn't get to play. You know what I mean? And like, LaMelo played in like Latvia's 4th league. and then he went back to prep school. So like I don't think anybody should. And LaMelo wanted to go like, I don't even know where LaMelo wanted to go, but nowhere crazy.
He went for
Spire.
Who did he play for in Australia?
Oh, no, I know the team he played for in Australia, but like I think he wanted to go to like. Did he want to go to Michigan State with Rocket?
It's very possible considering they were at
Spire.
What's it called? Spire.
Yeah, they're at Spire together. Blake said, I agree. That level of international pro can come over, but not the guy. Yeah, I agree. Like the moment you're draft eligible and you say, I'm going to play professional basketball anywhere, that's your choice. That's what you decided. That's your decision. You shouldn't be able to go back in time and like kind of revert your decisions. Bare minimum. But with that in mind, why not? So like, I mean, if AJ Devonta is going to make $20+ million to be at BYU, I think the number for Cooper Flagg came out around $25 million to be at Duke. And granted, Duke didn't pay all of that. Like family and friends payments only. Like we don't do NIL, but like New Balance paid him a lot of money to be at Duke. If they can make $20+ million, I get the argument. Like you mean to tell me like Fist to Ritter's like, well, I can't come make a fraction of that, but they're, Tyron Stokes is going to make 5 to 10 million and I can't make one. I get the arguments. So I just think it's a really impossible, tough spot to be in. Because for the first time, it's like you make so much more money to play college basketball than you would to play European basketball.
Yeah. It's interesting. I just hope that they at least figure out something so that it doesn't just spiral out of control to where we get to the point where programs are just hitting up dudes like who left their team 2 years ago and then didn't make it in the league, and they're just like, hey man, you want to come back? And then it just becomes disastrous.
I mean, Zatorius just brought this up in the chat. I'm going to make one more 9 to 5 comparison because I think it makes everybody kind of understand it. How many people get their bachelor's, go to the workforce? It isn't what they thought, so they went back to get their master's 3 years later. How many people do that?
A lot.
That's James and Najee. That's all James and Najee did. Hey, this isn't what I thought it was. I'm going to go back. That's what this Ritter's doing. Hey, I made a choice. It wasn't what I thought it was. I'm going to go back. That's kind of life, right? Like everybody does it. I do agree. Like it's way different. I don't know. I do think I will say this. It's really, really interesting that college football has it figured out. And it seems like in every aspect of sports, football has the rules, the regulations in place, and basketball is some crapshoot that we cannot figure out no matter what. And it's like, well, how come Anthony Richardson isn't saying I got an extra year eligibility? Daniel Jones just took my spot. You know what I mean? Like these guys aren't doing that. And it's like, why? And maybe there's less money in college football. I don't know how much Arch and them are making, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. But y'all already know the motto that you haven't heard in a week. # work to do.
The 3-year requirement for the NFL makes it easier.
That's probably part of it.
That is probably part of it. Also, you can't play professional football in Europe, too.
Yeah. But there's no one in the Canadian Football League wanting to come back to college either.
Well, but I think that's what Pickle Rick's saying. Like you had to, like everyone in the Canadian Football League probably doesn't have eligibility, right?
Yeah, probably not everyone. Also, I just think the injury aspect and the shelf life makes it so different too.
Yeah, I don't know that you want a 28-year-old running back who's taking like thousands of hits.
Yeah, probably not. Oh man. But we'll be back tomorrow. Got the Illinois preview and a Kentucky Bellarmine recap sitting in the email as we speak. So the channel is about to get active again. Deion, any concluding thoughts before we go?
I don't know. I really do enjoy the my bad for getting us on an NFL tangent, guys, but I do enjoy the pros to college discussion. I don't think there's a wrong answer, and that's why I enjoy it so much. Like if Trendon Flowers said, hey, I want to play college basketball, I've never done it. I played in 8 NBA games. What's the big deal? Overmeyer played in 100 European games. Fair. Because Trendon Flowers, like no matter what anybody wants to say, I saw somebody tweet this out. They're like, he's an active NBA roster player. He's not. He's not. Two-way guys are not on the active NBA roster. He's got about another month before the Bulls are like, go enjoy Windy City. Like, you don't have to worry about coming back up here.
Yeah, I think that's what makes the conversation fun is there's very few people like you and I who thoroughly watch and enjoy both pro and college basketball. So now that it's getting mixed together, you just see some takes and you're like, what the hell is this person talking about?
I will say, Pat Spencer, I saw someone in the chat that earlier, Pat Spencer going back to college, that shouldn't happen. Like, because he legitimately already played in college. Like,
I saw 30 a night.
Yeah, and he would go crazy. But like, he legitimately was like a 3 or 4 year lacrosse player. No. Kenneth Lofton Jr., I saw him post on Instagram, I'll be back next month. I don't know what he was talking about. In our group chat, they said he was talking about a visit. He shouldn't be allowed to play college basketball. But Trenton Flowers, who like went to like OTE and then the Ignite, like I could see that. I could get behind that a little bit.
Yes, Rick, I did. I'm about to go cook it up as we speak. Illinois preview, Kentucky Bellarmine recap. It'll be on the channel in like 10 because there's no like hour long recaps today, which sucks because we can't play our usual Monday game. But
Well,
that's what happens.
one more thing on the pros to college thing. You shouldn't be allowed to play for a Power Five. That would be my rule. Trenton Flowers, you want to play college basketball? You want to go to Louisville? You have to go to Eastern Louisville. Like that would be my rule. Like if this is what you want to do, you cannot go to a Power Five school. Like if you want to go to Purdue or Indiana, you got to go to Indiana State.
I respect that. No Purdue, IUPUI.
That's how we create what's the word NBA fans talk about so much that they think they have, but then it's the same teams over and over. And NFL fans say it too. Then it's just like Niners, Chiefs, Eagles, Chiefs every
Parity.
year. Parity. That's how you come up with parity. You have to go play for like Arizona Western. You're not allowed to go play for Arizona.
Like imagine you want to come hoop in the state of North Carolina, but like you got to go to NC Central.
And that'll put an end to it because they ain't got no NIL. So it's like, there's the solution. The teams with NIL aren't allowed to spend it on you. If you want to play so bad, enjoy UNC Greensboro.
All right. Perfect solution from Deion. That's all we have. We'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Chat. We love y'all. See you in the morning.